Hi, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Amos, and one of the things I get to do at Hicks Elementary is teach kids about social studies. That's what we're going to do today. I want you to think back years ago when you were a tiny baby. You had to learn new words. And when you learned words and you did that, it helped you to understand what people were saying and to share your thinking. Today, we're going to be doing that in social studies. Every Monday during social studies time, you're going to be learning new words that will help you to think and understand what we're learning this week in social studies and to talk about it or to write your thinking about it. Today's target is that we'll define, that means say the meaning of, new social studies words. At the end of our time together, you're going to draw and write the meaning of some new words. Let's look at one together. This is the word responsibility. I'm going to use a red dot to show you where I want you to look on the screen. Responsibility. Say that word one more time with me. Responsibility. The meaning or the definition of responsibility is something you should do. I'm thinking about something I have responsibility for. Ooh, I know. Look at the red words. I have a responsibility to come to school every day and teach children. Think about something you have a responsibility to do. Now let's say that sentence. I'm going to listen while you read the words. Ready? I have a responsibility to say your thinking. If you answered, you did a great job doing what I asked. Let's read another word. This is the word community. Here's a picture of that word. Let's say the word community one more time together. Community. Good. Kiss your brain. You're helping your mind remember by saying the word. Let's read the meaning, the definition. Look at the screen where the red dot is. A place where people live, work, and play together. A community is a place where people live, work, and play together. You are a part of some communities. Let's look at the words at the bottom in red. I'm going to say this sentence, and then you're going to say the sentence. Ready? I am a part of the Hicks Elementary School community. Now I'm going to read the words and leave a blank, and you can fill in the part of the community you're a part of. Ready? I am a part of community. Good job, you're thinking. Let's look at our last word for today. This is the word citizen. Here is a picture of some citizens. The meaning of the word citizen is a person who belongs to a community, state, or country. Citizen, a person who belongs to a community, state, or country. Now let's try using it in a sentence. I'm going to look at the red words at the bottom. I am a citizen of Texas. It's my state where we live. Now you try it. You're going to say the words with me. I am a citizen of... If you responded, you did a good job thinking. A group that you belong to that's a part of it. You're a citizen of the community, state, or country. That's the meaning of the word citizen. I told you at the beginning of our time together, we were going to define or figure out the meaning of some new words. Today, we defined 3 words. We defined citizen, community, and responsibility. Now we're going to write about one of those words. I'm going to show you how, and then you're going to pick a word to write about. Look at these directions. Let me move myself out of your picture. You're going to need two things to do this job. You're going to need a pencil. Any kind of pencil is fine. And you're going to need a notebook. That's my notebook. I already did my job so I could show it to you. Here's a picture of my notebook. I first stopped and paused my video and I moved it back so I could look at the words and write them. I wrote the word community. Do you see the word community in the middle? Then I put a circle around the word. I also wrote down the words that match what a community is. I just looked back in the video and used the words right next to community to know that meaning or definition. A community is a place where people live, work, and play together. I saw that in the video. You can too. You can pause, rewind, and look back at the words we wrote to say the meaning of the word you are writing about. Then I drew a picture of my community over here. Let me tell you how I had space to do that. After I put the word in the middle and put a circle around it, I went to the very outside of my paper and I drew a line down the side, and when I got near the bottom, I drew a line all the way across the bottom of my paper to make a square. I went back up the other side of my paper, and finally I went across the top to make one square on my notebook. And I touched my circle in the middle, pulled up to the edge of my square, touched my circle on the other side, pulled up to the other side of my square, touched my circle in the middle, and pulled to the other side. It gave me 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Then I wrote the definition, and I drew this picture of my community. Here's a playground in a park. There is a picture of the school. I drew the best I can some houses and a road, and there's the store where I sometimes like to go and shop. That's a picture of my community. It matches the word in the middle, community. I said it with words and I said it with pictures because those are 2 ways that we read and remember. And now I'm going to write it in a sentence. You can use the sentence on the slide just like I did. I moved it back, looked at the word, and I used those words we already practiced saying to write the words. Watch. I am a part of the A-Leaf community. I didn't worry about spelling anything correctly that wasn't already on the slide that I could look at the words. I just wrote the sounds I could hear and did my very best. You will too. So I've written the definition, I've drawn a picture of a community, and I wrote one sentence. You're going to do those 3 things too. Here is your job. It's right here. You're going to choose one word. You're going to write a definition. That's the meaning. You're going to draw a picture of your word. You're going to write a sentence using the word. And then, like you've already been practicing, you're going to submit your work on Schoology. Good job, social studies studiers. I can't wait to see the picture of your word.